Okay, this is a video where I summarize what happened here, the last 3 paintings that I did with its connection to Elon Musk. So when I paint this, I tell you it's going to become true. And so let's start with the one cutting cord, April 24th. 4 days later, electricity blackout in Europe, Spain, Portugal, and bits of France. So, and then you see here 28th, May 28th, Elon announces break with government. You see it's the same number, 28. And you could think that these things are, unrelated. You could think so, but what I'm showing here is that these things one by one doesn't make sense, maybe, but or definitely the first one makes sense with the blackout in Europe, because that was the point. It was the point of the painting. And you see then May 11th 2025 I painted this irritated eye, red eye, or blood conjunctiva, and then Elon got a black eye on his last day in office, or his last day in the government. Then the last painting here was 2 days ago, Eminem, June 18th. Eminem is the first candy in space, and it is owned by Mars. So it's Mars and it's space, And then the day after, SpaceX Mars project exploded. So there is interconnectivity to Elon specifically also. He seems to tie together with each of these paintings. And when I paint this, it's not that I mean it to tie together with anyone in particular, but it seems to happen here. So what's going on? For example, when it about the Eminem painting, I said that okay, we have, so it's Eminem the candy, but it's also Eminem the pop artist, the rapper, and so his one of his stalkers was sentenced to 18 years in prison directly after I painted that painting, on June 18th. That's interesting. But then came the explosion, which has a connection, Eminem, Mars, Eminem, first candy in space. And these are, you see 1, 2, 3. This is, I didn't paint anything else here in between. It's and before this painting of cutting cord, I painted 8 hours before Myanmar earthquake. I painted something there, feelings, something like that, eruption of my feelings. And then 8 hours later, earthquake in Myanmar, that has a flag that looks the same way as where I am. The flag of Myanmar looks like where I am right now. And there is more connections, of course, which I talked about earlier. But this video was about, or is about, Elon, and there is a clear connection here. It's like he is he's connecting, And it's interesting. So this is consciousness, consciousness. And these things can really continue in absurdum unless people wake up to the fact that I like people wake up to the fact that, or Elon makes or Elon wakes up to the fact that this is happening, unless someone knows, then it's just going to continue in absurdum. There's no reason for this interconnectivity to end, is what I'm trying to say. Why? I mean, it's weird, It's weird that he is attaching like this. But then again, he is in the world stage. He is taking a lot of place on the world stage, which makes him into this kind of you know it puts him there. So this is the thing. Um, this is the thing. I don't know. I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's just this is consciousness, and having this interconnectivity maybe is interesting, but it could also be irritating for him. But that's on his shoulder to solve. He has to be conscious about what's happening here. And so it's on his shoulder to be conscious and to it almost seems like a pawn, It almost seems like he's becoming a pawn, and it's not really. I just paint, and then because I see this potentiality in the future, and as I've been saying, I do this interaction butterfly effect stuff, and I know that it's going to happen after I paint. I know. And so it becomes irritating for him. But I mean, maybe not. If he doesn't notice, it's not irritating. So, but it's on his shoulder to wake up to that, basically, and to adjust, or to adjust accordingly. I don't know actually how that looks, but become conscious of reality, how things are here, like become conscious about what I'm doing. I'm painting, and it's nothing wrong to paint. I'm just painting. I'm so innocent, I'm so innocent. I just chopped with an axe into the paint, and that's all. So this painting here that broke the network. So I have to end now. See you guys.